What's going on, guys? Welcome along to another video. I'm Matt over DSR, and today I'm going to be taking you through my personal opinions on YouTube, having a channel, kind of the good, the bad and the ugly. Now, you may find this video useful even if you have a channel already. You may be in the early stages of growing your channel and you want to know kind of what you've let yourself in for. But more importantly, this video is probably aimed towards those that are thinking about starting their own channel. Now, with any channel, you've got to think about what kind of niche you want to fit into. So what type of videos you want to make. For me, I love riding. It made sense that I want to be out on the bike filming. So that is why my channel is based around bike reviews, bike travel, bike gear, all little bits and bobs like that. But it's all surrounded around motorcycles. And now for me, you've got to pick something that interests you. If you don't, you'll get burnout so quick and you'll just give up and forget about YouTube altogether. It is the beginning of November, and as you can tell, it's an absolutely lovely day. We're hitting around 10 degrees. Fog was everywhere this morning, so I've had to push this video. So I had to push to the right of what time I come out to make this video. And that's one of that's one of the parts that makes making videos quite hard, is depending on what niche you're in, the time of year. Obviously, surrounding bikes, you can't spend all day in the house on the computer, you can't spend all day in the garage. You need to be getting out on bikes and making these videos. So trying to organize your life and the type of videos you're going to make around the weather is extremely difficult, especially in the UK, because today was meant to be a nice day and here we are. For me, when I book in with dealers, I look at the forecast and I go, right, next Tuesday's looking nice. I email them. But I always have a caveat of, if it's raining, I'm not coming. I don't want to be out in the rain. I don't want to have all my electronics getting exposed where there's potential chance they're going to break. So sometimes it is very difficult trying to work out what videos you're going to make and then incorporate that and then film it with the weather that you've got coming up. So let's start off then looking at some of the good points of making a channel, putting out content. Now, depending on what type of person you are, me, I label myself as a bit of an introvert. I don't really like people, I don't really like crowd. And so picking up a camera and filming myself, it definitely puts you out of your comfort zone. I do think sometimes in life, pushing yourself to do something you don't normally do, it will make you a better person. It makes you a little bit more confident. Now, I'm not saying I'm not confident in front of people. I was in the army for 17 years. I'd done 2 years at Purbright as an instructor. You know, stand up in 30, 50, 100 people to teach a lesson, I'll get on and do it. But yeah, as soon as you start filming yourself, especially in public and when there's other people looking, I mean, it's not always comfortable. And I've been doing this channel a couple of years now, and inside my helmet talking, no dramas. Walking around, filming myself, let's say inside a dealership whilst there's there people looking, I'm still not comfortable with that, but I still try and do it. With having your own YouTube channel, it's yours, it's your platform. You can make the videos you want, you can choose what you go and do, and you're your own boss. Whether this is just a hobby, whether you still work full-time, or whether you're looking at having this as your full-time job, or you already are doing it as a full-time job, who knows? The whole point about being self-employed and being your own boss, and you work harder. If you're just starting off in your journey or you're looking at doing it, you will never work so hard in your life to create something and get as little feedback, whether it be views, subscribers or financial feedback, than probably you have ever in your life. And having a channel and trying to grow it really kind of lets you see what you're made of. Like, can you stick to something that potentially no one's going to watch? You spend hours filming it, hours editing, you release it, and then you get 100 views. I think the problem with social media is we look at it as views. We don't look at it as people. And so me personally, I know there's other people that like study the analytics and see where like people started dropping out, why weren't people watching past this point. Me personally, I'll make a video, I edit it, I release it, I'll see it pop up on my YouTube studio, kind of how well it's doing. But I don't go into the analytics, I don't try and study it and try and work out what's going on, because that can sometimes lead to a bit of a downfall. For me, a video does as well as it does. And when I say think of it as people, not views, if I had a video that had 500 views, I might think, oh, it's not done very well. Think of it in people perspective. 500 people have chosen to watch my video. That's a lot of people. If you get 5,000 people watching your video, that's more people than I've probably ever known in my life so far. So it's very easy to look at the views and think that you've not done well, and then get disheartened and think, oh, it's not worth it. It's one of those things in life where you've just got to keep going. End of the day, what is success? Who can define success? In my eyes, the only person who can tell you if you are successful in whatever it is you're doing is you. Let's face it, when you're in a 9 to 5, they want you to do as much work as possible for as little as possible. Right now, as of making this video, I'm on around 7,136 subs, I believe. Again, over 7,000 people thought I was good enough for them to subscribe and kind of tune in and come back and see what content I'm making. I like that. Like for me, I think 10,000 subs, that is a success. And I'm not too far off in the grand scheme of things. With channels, it's really hard to get going. And then once they kind of get momentum and they keep ticking over and you keep uploading, you get better and you get more confident and your editing gets improved. It just all snowballs. Eventually, you're up there. You've made it in your eyes. But this has turned on to a bit of a rant, hasn't it? But a positive rant. When it comes to starting a channel, you need to start the channel for the right reasons. If it's to make money, get rich quick, don't bother. It's not going to happen. Yeah, there'll be the odd people that, for whatever reason, the algorithm, whatever content they're doing, the type of person they are, absolutely skyrocket and make millions. Without a doubt. Most people, that ain't the fact. So make your channel for the right reasons and the right niche that you want to make the content for. Another positive about YouTube is the people that are subscribing to your channel are more than likely like-minded people. Like I said, biking channel. So I've got over 7,000 bikers that like me and my content. And actually, as an adult, you don't tend to have too many friends or make too many new friends. And I've made a really, really good mate through my channel, to the point where he lives about an hour away and we still catch up, we still meet up, we go out for Chinese, and that's kind of rare as an adult. And that is all because of this channel. And the other thing I like about it, incorporating the like-minded people, either in person or on social media, so on Zoom, whatever it may be, other like-minded content creators. And it's awesome to see them grow in their journey and see where they are. See, they're at under 1,000 subs. Thinking back to when I was there and what I was doing, and we support each other. Let's face it, in your civvy job, your normal 9 to 5, I doubt very much you'll get that. Everyone is out for themselves. Why would I help you out if potentially I could get a promotion later on by doing the work myself? Or you looking that bad for doing it wrong? Well, now let's look at some of the bad points of YouTube. Financially, like I said, you spend a small fortune getting there, whether it be cameras, computers, accessories. I couldn't tell you, and I wouldn't probably want to tell you how much I've spent. The new DJI, I get a DJI because I don't like GoPro. 6 months later, the new DJI comes out, so I buy that. Had an X3 Insta, smashed that up, so I bought another one. I bought a laptop to edit. It started getting slow because I film in 4K and I've got 360s. I'm trying to render and trying to do everything, so I bought Mac Mini. Wanted to do some content on the road, so I bought an iPad. Like, it just keeps going. It keeps snowballing. The financial side of YouTube, you can't rely on it. You never know what's going to happen. YouTube and their algorithms, you just don't know if they're going to push the videos out. You don't know if it's going to get views. Unless you're a massive channel and you know without a doubt you put a video out and you're going to get a couple of million views, then obviously, cool, you're winning at this YouTube game. But you just don't know how it's going to go month to month. Some people will grow their channel with just their phones, and that's cool. But like I said, on the bike, you can't really do that. I've tried chest mounts with the phones. I just don't like the angle and the view. Yeah, you could edit on your phone. Like, kudos to the people that do everything from their phone. Me personally, can't do it. Now the next 2 points kind of link together in a little bit. And a part of that is being yourself, which if you're not, people will see through. So they'll see through you on YouTube, and then they won't come back, they won't subscribe, and your channel will go absolutely nowhere. So you need to always be yourself. And then on the flip side is sponsored videos and sponsored content. As soon as I got to around 1,000, 1,500 subs, I had people emailing every week. A lot of them are from the Chinese market, companies you've never heard of. And you got to decide, do I start doing them? Yes or no? And if you do, which ones do you do? You don't want to do absolutely every single one, because you'll get emails for things like bras and sports bras, stockings, paintbrushes, products and kit that has nothing to do with me and my channel and the content I make. So you need to be true to yourself and true to your channel and decide what content you want to put out there again and what type of sponsored videos you're willing to accept. And just flicking back, one of the good points, because I was thinking about the sponsored, is I personally reached out to companies that I use, I like I just like what they're doing as a company or their brand or the quality of the kit they push out. I've personally reached out to some of them and I have got kit sent back to me because they've looked at my content and gone, you know what, yeah, we like it. And as a small channel, that is very uplifting. It makes you think, you know what, I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I'm not at 50,000, I'm not 100,000 subs, I'm not getting millions of views every month. But these big companies that I'm personally looking up to see something in me. And they're willing to potentially financially lose out by sending you products, and your videos might not get many views. But it is nice to see that when the bigger companies do that, that they are willing to come to the smaller channels. So again, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Back to the bad points. So me, I started the channel when I was working full-time in the army, and I was trying to do, I think it was one video a week, and it makes you feel, when you are, say, starting, that you need to do more. So it makes you feel bad that you're not getting many views or subs. You're like, right, I need to put more time and more effort. And so sometimes I was working 7 days a week, not necessarily 8 hours a day, but 7 days I was doing something, whether it be in the army or for the channel. And you've got to be careful with your work-life balance, because it can take over. Especially you've got kids. End of the day, they're more important than this. And so nowadays, me personally, if I've got my kids for the weekend, I don't do any work. I don't answer comments, I don't do any editing, nothing. But on the flip side, if I've got them for summer, I still need to do stuff, but I'll tailor the amount of content I'm creating and how long I am doing that stuff for. I'm not going to harp on about the ugly side of YouTube too much. I'm going to put out there, I'm going to just do 1 point for the ugly side, because the bad points may put you off enough as it is. But the ugly side is sometimes it's you guys. And now when I say that, it's the ones that leave the comments that they hurt for whatever reason. You could have 100 comments that are all positive and like, we love the video, we love the content, like, keep going, and you'll get that one comment, and for whatever reason it just gets you. I think it's because you spent so much time and effort getting to that point of releasing that video, and yeah, and the comments sometimes can be a brutal section. Zoe sometimes comes out and makes videos with me, or makes her own videos, and she only passed her test whilst I've been making this channel. And the first ride that she went on that wasn't with an instructor, we strapped a camera on so we can document it. And you can guess what's coming, is the comments were, you can't ride, get back in the kitchen, and just completely trying to diminish her confidence in riding. I can guarantee these people that are commenting were not the perfect riders as soon as they pass their test. It takes years to get anywhere decent. Like, I'm no skinny chicken. I'm 115 kilos, I'm 6'1", and I get people telling me, you're fat, lose weight. I mean, fuck me. Yeah, do you not think I know I'm fat? I don't need you to tell me. And on the flip side of that, if we were in public, I pretty much guarantee you wouldn't come up to me and tell that to my face. So why being a keyboard warrior makes you think you can put that shit out there is beyond me. And now for me, my own personal mental health, my own personal sanity with the channel and wanting to keep content, keep creating the content and putting myself out there. If there's a comment that is not constructive whatsoever and it's just spitty, I'll delete it. It's my channel, I've got that option, that is my prerogative. If I want to delete any comment, I can. Now if there's comments that are negative towards a bike I've said I like, or a bit of kit or whatever, I'll leave that on, because that's constructive. That helps other people that are looking at buying the bike or looking at buying the kit. Like, we need to see everyone's perspective. Like, don't want just to see one person's, oh, I like this GoPro, or sorry, DJI, go and buy it. Or someone else might, actually, well, I've had problems with this DJI. That's helpful. That'll stay on there. Sometimes I can just leave the comment on there and just not answer it. Other times, actually, me and Zoe find some of them funny, because there's just absolutely nothing to your comment, and it didn't penetrate. And like I said, there's some times where for whatever reason it just digs deep. They're the ones that you dwell on and you harp on, and the problem is you give way too much time and effort to the negative commenters, which is a shame. I always try and answer or comment on as many comments as I can, but at the minute, with shorts included, I think I'm on like 480 videos. Sometimes I can't comment on every single one. Now, if you as a person can either deal with those comments or just delete them like I do, and you can accept all the bad points, i.e. the financial burden, the time and the effort put into it, and you can deal with all that, then absolutely 100% get out there, start a channel. Like Think Media say, just press record. Your first X amount of videos, 100 videos, are probably going to be a little bit rubbish. Whether that be you personally in front of the camera and the confidence, whether that be your editing style, the audio, the video quality, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Because if you do it, you're already a step ahead of everyone else. Because there'll be other people out there and ahhing whether they should make a channel, and then there's you who have gone on and made it already. This channel, for me, has pushed me out of my comfort zone. Like, I've always been a believer, if you don't ask, you don't get. I have 4 or 5 dealerships that I work with to take out so many different manufacturers across the biking sector. I've collabed on videos, or I've got sponsored videos from companies that I look up to and admire and just would love to work for. It's enabled me to go places and do things that I wouldn't normally do if I didn't have this channel. So let me know below, are you looking at starting it? What's your niche? And if you have started it, leave a link to your channel, and other people can see and follow, and we can kind of build a little following. Now again, many people might not watch this video, and that's absolutely fine. It's probably too long anyway, longer than I thought it was going to be. Oh guys, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. I don't just rant, I do reviews on bikes as well. And there's nothing else to say, but until the next one, ride safe.